Croeso I Bysgota Cymru. Welcome to Fishing in Wales.
Bore da. You join us again this morning on another fishing adventure. Myself and Parf, we've travelled up to North Powys today with the iconic Lake Vyrnwy behind us. It's a venue which has been celebrated as a trout fishery in Wales for probably 130 years, maybe more.
Probably, yeah.
And we really are quite excited to give this a try. Never been up this part of the world, never fished here, and we're on our way to the Lake Vyrnwy Hotel. They control the fishing, so we're going to check in there for a night, have a fishing break, and have a test of the water and just find out what it's all about.
Yeah, we just arrived, looked up the lake, and there's only one word for it: spectacular.
Well, there it is behind us. That's the Lake Vyrnwy Hotel. Looks absolutely fantastic. Really, as a building, yeah, very impressed. So we're going to venture into the hotel now and check in and see what it's all about. There we are. We've just arrived in the hotel. Greeted by Anthony, the hotel manager, outside. Very warm welcome. Checked ourselves in, and Parf has insisted on a cup of coffee to fuel us up for this afternoon. So we've had a few tips on where we can start. The top end of the lake, shallow areas where there's streams coming in. We grab ourselves an electric engine and a battery, and the life jacket's all supplied. And we're just going to drive up the side of the lake as soon as we've had this cuppa, and hopefully get fishing.
Cheers!
We finally made it to the boats. Probably should have listened to Anthony's directions, but there's a road that goes around the lake, and there's a like wooden barrier thing, which if you spot that, it's through there. And we found the boats here, all ready for us, completely dry. There's no water to bail out or anything like that, and we've put all the gear inside, so we're pretty much ready to go now.
Yep, can't wait. Can't wait.
So what have you tackled up with then, Parf?
Well, I've got a floating line on, with a, excuse me, intermediate poly leader, and I got a gold head hazier on the point, which I find quite useful, and a little black spider on the dropper, hoping I will find a bit of shallow water. So try our luck anyway. Kenny's going a bit deeper. I've
Gone a bit deeper with this bright sunshine. I've got a fast intermediate line, a mini lure and a spider on the dropper, and I might just fish that a couple of feet down. But the top end of the lake is up there, so the shallow water this time of year in theory should warm up a bit more. It's more sheltered, it's warmer here out of the wind, so we're going to start off up that direction, I think.
Yeah.
Just come out of the boat launch area now and just having a drift down the margins. It looked too good to ignore down to the bird hide, which I believe is down that shoreline. Willows coming right into the edges. It looks very fishy for brown trout anyway, so Parf is having a few little casts, which by the way didn't start too well. He hooked a tree in 1,100 acres, but we've got past that now.
It was easy to.
We tried a little drift on the side of the lake, but with the wind as it was, the angle wasn't very nice, and I think we were fishing in water that was too deep. So we're going to go right to the top end, drift across these really shallow bays where we know the water will be a bit warmer and it won't be too deep. I mean, that's where we're hoping the fish are. So we're on our way there now. But yeah, I know we probably mentioned this a few times, but this is a stunning water, just magnificent. So we're really enjoying it now, and the fish will just be a bonus. Oh, got a fish on. We have literally gone to the top end of the lake, out of the wind, and I gave Parf the camera and I've just literally put the flies out there and bang. So, you know, warm, sheltered area, as we thought. And we've got a Vyrnwy brownie on the line here, which, there we go, and there's another rise beyond. Let's get him in the net. Hey, there we are. Let's have a look at him, shall we? Wet my hands. There. Nice. That is a trout of about a pound. It's looking quite good here, this shallow area. We have seen a couple of moving fish right up against the bank, so Parf is now itching to try and catch one in this area. Shame about the gusting wind, but when it dies down it's actually quite pleasant. Looks like Parf is into one.
A jumper.
Took him by surprise.
Did.
Yeah, off those willows.
I just did say mine of the fishing spots.
You did, yeah. There we go. On the point fly.
Oh, you got into the boat. Coming back, yes, so. Yeah. In the old net, my original landing net. The only one I've got with a extended handle, so that's the one I had to bring. Let's have a look at it. Well, my first Lake Vyrnwy brownie. 3/4 pound, perhaps a bit more. Well pleased, lovely fish, isn't he? Great.
Oh, it's a nice drift now.
Yeah.
Just pulling the flies back. Fishing the hang. Yeah.
Mine.
There we go. Okay, that's another one. Let's try and net him. Okay. Very pretty fish. Put him back. Just hooked into another fish, casting into the slightly deeper water. And there he is. Got my net. Line out of it. There he is. Lovely fish. So it is a good average size here, so put that one back. Caught the wind a bit better now and drifting down here, and Parf is trying into these willows there near the bank, so we'll see what that produces.
Another one. I'm very pleased with this one. Another. They seem to like jumping here. I think most of the fish we've caught have jumped. God, they're feisty too. That's what I like about it. And they're all good standard. I'm very impressed so far. Here he comes, hopefully. Come on here, so-and-so. There we go. I think that's the smallest of the day. Still 10 ounces. Oh, a flash of bronze and they disappear in the water in the sunlight. Magic. Great. I think the wind is moderated overall, isn't it? It's not windy over on there.
Bit of an awkward wind though, isn't it? Keeps turning
It's an
us.
awkward wind, yeah.
And imagine here in the southerly or southwest it'd be the best, going up into this bay. Oh, well done.
Didn't know I had him on.
Didn't know you had him on.
No. Right. Didn't know I had this one on. I went to cast and the light was dead and I thought I hadn't tangled it.
Well done. I think we've had 3 each now. Not bad. We've been fishing for about an hour and a half. Sunshine, northerly wind, and look, the place is fishing quite well.
Yeah, normally I wouldn't expect to do well in these conditions, but this lake is coming up with the goods. Thank you very much, Lake Vyrnwy.
There we go. Just had a pull then, and bang, he came back for it. Another lovely fish here. I'll get the net and they do pull hard. They are strong fish. Yeah. Oh, got him. Another lovely brownie. There he is. Look at the black spots on that. Lovely. We're just travelling upwind now. We've tried down along the bay, coming up to that bird hide, and we've done quite well. We've had 7 trout now and a chub. Not a bad result, quite happy with that. But we're heading where the main river comes in now, just up the head of the lake. the bottom there, but I can see the channel as well. Drop off right there.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a fish.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, drop off. On the drop off. There he is. There he is. Let's grab the net. I got him. Just about put this one back, and then we'll probably head back to the hotel now. It's gone a bit quiet, and we're looking forward to probably having a beer, warming up, and a nice evening meal.
Well, what a place. Just had a great breakfast. I had a full Welsh and it was excellent. And well, where can you get a view like that to have your breakfast? We even had a superb evening meal last night in the same spot, watching the sun go down over the yonder tower. Absolutely brilliant. Such an iconic place to come. You know, it's should be in every fisherman's hit list, to be perfectly honest. I'm glad we've arrived anyway.
Well, good morning, Borodar on day 2. We've decided to go up to the White Gates at the top end of the reservoir again, based on yesterday's good fishing, and it was quite a nice day. We had 8 trout and 1 chub as well, which was a bit of a bonus. The chub have been caught to nearly £7, but we've opted to fish similar tactics today, intermediate lines, because we think the fish are probably still going to be quite line deep. And I don't know if you can see the lake behind me, but it is quite calm out there, so the intermediate might help just cut the flies under the surface. And talking of flies, it was very simple, just black and red lures, spiders, you know, traditional wet flies. You know, that old saying, if it's a black fly, just tie it on your cast, you know, and it'll probably work here. We didn't fish this part of the lake yesterday, and that's just up from the boats, and before the wind picks up, looks like a nice bank for us to just drift down and just going in and out on the electric motor nice and quietly near the margins.
Okay, well, first one of the day. Don't think he's particularly big, but he's very, very well done. Let's have a look at it. We are drifting along the tree shoreline, hoping that there'll be a few lying there. So can't see him properly. The light is in my eyes. But... Oh, here we go. Another one for the net. That's a nice fish. Look, no red spots, but big black ones. Quite unusual. Oh, a very attractive fish. Pleased with that one.
Well, we've just drifted down the shore, quite near the boat landing, and Parf has picked up a nice fish and he's lost another one. But aside from that, he's quite quiet. The sun is making an appearance now. It's giving a little bit of warmth to the water, and so we're probably thinking we're going to make a move and go up to the far top end in those shallows up there. We've seen a couple of fish here move in, and oh, there was a pull then, and he, oh, there we go. See that rise?
Yeah.
The Parf is going to try and cover them.
Ooh, something's happening.
So there's a bit of action here. Yeah, there's some sort of buzzer hatch, yeah, over there maybe. I mean, obviously we're just pulling wet flies and lures at them at the minute, but most wild brown trout will be quite responsive to a lure or a wet just pulled on them. See what happens. Yes, got one on. Ooh. It's got him yet. Net behind me. Oh, nice fish. Happy days. Oh, here's that feisty fish. We were just casting at some rises, and it is quite a good sized fish actually. So we took a lure and just going to slide him back in and away.
Right. Well, Lake Vyrnwy, or for South Walian, Vyrnwy, was built in about 1881, I believe, and it flooded the valley of the Avant Vyrnwy. It's huge. It's 1,100 acres, I believe. Soon after the opening of the reservoir, they stocked it with unbelievable 400,000 Loch strain brown trout, and it's made Lake Vyrnwy the second oldest fishery, or trout fishery anyway, in the world. So it's of great historic interest. The Lake Vyrnwy Hotel, situated above the lake in a magnificent situation, opened in 1890, and it's been a fishing hotel ever since then. So it's been entertaining fishermen well over 100 years. And if you go in the main lounge, there's some magnificent trout encased on the wall, and they're well worth looking at, and really whet your appetite, to be honest.
Oh, we've had a little bit of action here in the top corner. A couple of small ones and one nice fish, which probably about 16 inches, something like that. But we're gonna go right up in this corner at the top here, which we've seen a few fish topping. So hopefully we might pick a few more off, and it's the warmest part of the lake. Looks very fishy here. Sunken trees and river channel. That's the flies in the channel there. Just fan casting around the boat here. The wind's all over the place, but we've come in here as quietly as we can to minimise any disturbance, but nothing yet.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
You're in?
Oh, in go.
There we go.
It's fighting way beyond its size. It's not a big fish.
Well done. I think that's fish number 5 that we've had. Well, Parf has just netted his fish and I just made a quick cast and we've got one as well. Seems this river end is full of activity. Bring him in. There. Well, they really are. Nice looking fish. Oh, well out with that. It's all been action at this end of the lake. Another little beauty from Vyrnwy. We're up the river channel now. It's a bit of stealth fishing in here with the electric motor. It's one of the benefits of this fishery. It's all electric motors, very, very stealthy. And it's all provided there as part of your ticket price.
Yeah, another lovely brownie from Lake Vyrnwy. But typical size, I'd say. They don't seem to have red spots, but not many, but very big black and brown. Very attractive fish. Well, we've had an excellent morning. We've had 7 or 8 fish, but we just decided to come in. The sun has come out and this horrible north wind has picked up again and it's getting a bit lively. Fish seem to have turned off a bit, so we thought that'll do for the day. But what a fantastic time we've had. Two brilliant days. You know, it's a wonderful venue. I'd recommend it to anybody. First time here for me. But I tell you, I'll be coming back at some time.
Yeah, it's brilliant. There's value for money as well. For what you get here, £60 for 2 anglers, including the boat hire, the fishing permits, and the loan of the electric motor and 2 batteries. It's fantastic. This is, you know, a genuine loch style experience from a drifting boat, fishing for natural wild brown trout at a very reasonable rate. And you of course have the facilities in the Lake Vyrnwy Hotel as well, should you wish to use them. So as a place to come fishing for wild trout, it's a really remarkable location.
And as Arnie said, I'll be back.
Discover fishing in Wales